So imagine this. You're sitting in history class and hear about the Cold War. Just kidding. This is Canada, a wonderful place where in political terms we're still Britain's golden brat and the USA's polite little brother. So, whenever there's a political movement that involves both the UK and the US, Canada tags along for the win. Hooray! These include some of the great wars. World War I, Canada was still considered a British colony and was paid to send troops to support the Emperor. Then there was World War II, where we allies of Britain and the USA, so off to war again. Not to mention the Afghanistan War, which was fought by the USA to impose the American values of democracy in the Middle East. Guess who followed to do peacekeeping efforts? That's right, good old Canada, tagging along with Big Brother. So what does this all mean? Today there's a political group, which is informal by the way, called the G8. So who is this G8 and why do they exist? I'm glad you asked. Sounds like it's time for a history lesson. So now we're 1975. Cold War was the height of fashion. Not really. However, it is important to note that there were 6 non-communist countries. They were France, West Germany, because that was a thing, the United Kingdom, United States. What's up with United being there? It seems like to be great, you need United. Who are you? Oh, I'm the leader of the United blah blah blah. Seriously? Anyways, getting off track. There was also Japan and Italy. These countries formed a group called the G6, whose goals were to address serious economic issues at the time. The 2 most prominent was the oil crisis in the 70s, causing recession and inflation. However, like most humans, eventually, common gossip made the menu. They started to discuss Cold War topics. Originally, Canada was excluded for unclear reasons. The French president was really adamant about this, like, super so. Absolutely no Canucks allowed. Well, Canada didn't want to be left out. So after all, we were a capable country. At the time, we had a higher GNP than Italy and a fairly good military and foreign aid assets. So Big Brother helped inviting Canada to the 1976 summit, which the US is holding. Admittedly, Japan wanted another non-European voice. It seems that the UK wanted Canada to go. Way to go, Mom! Anyways, in short, Canada was really capable back then and wasn't so much of a middle country as they had thought. Since this intervention, Canada has been part of the G7. So, there was the G7, a political group aimed at getting unscripted talk between countries. Huzzah! While the group was informal, there are some criteria that generally needs to be met. The first seems to be kind of redundant, obviously. Not be a communist, or a second world country. Then you need to be industrialized enough to have your citizens meet Western economic status and have a Western-style democracy where the people get the choice. So after Russia, shocker, I know, started to make plans towards democracy and slowly was integrated into the G7. They were allowed in to safeguard their democratic progress. Especially since the Cold War was now over. So, in 1998, the G7 became the G8, consisting of the original countries, France, Germany, Italy, the UK, and the US, which now included the 2 newest members, Canada and Russia. So now that we have an understanding of who the G8 is and what their original goals were, we can discuss their implication on modern-day politics. Today, the goals of the G8 remain much the same, to give these governments the opportunity to discuss solutions on global issues such as inequality, economic growth, and global security, among others. While they do give an opportunity for a community that can come up with unscripted solutions, there are still a lot of criticisms towards the group. No surprise there. With the G8 holding 50% of the global wealth, they are in fact a minority of people. They are the top 50, which is a small amount of the global population, accounting for 1% of humanity. 1 teeny tiny percent. Their actions affect a lot of the world. Some question if the like-mindedness and the exclusion of growing economies such as China, Brazil, Mexico, and India is an outdated idealism in today's global markets. Some of these countries actually surpass the G8 in economic status. So these criticisms are not founded in some weird fantasy where people are just complaining. They actually hold some value. Question is, does money mean power? Should it mean power? Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. The end.